So in the last video, we have understood how to create our own APIs. So now I'm going to create a new API which is having employee records. Let's open a notepad, and so you all know how to create a JSON file. So first of all, you have to create flower bracket and end the flower bracket. And in this, you are going to have the data. So I'm going to have my employee details. Let's say I am having ID is 1, comma, and then I wanted to have my employee name, and then let's say I'm having my employee name as Ajay, and then comma, and I'm going to have my employee age, and then the age which is a integer, so let's give without quotes, and finally I'm going to have the role of the employee. So let's say I'm going to give the role as software engineer. So this is how you will create your JSON file. How I am going to name this? So you have to save the file, go to the respective location. I'm just going to my desktop and Postman, and here I'm going to save it as employee.json. So this is the extension we have to store whenever you are creating your JSON files. So now what I wanted to do is I don't want to have only one record of my employees. I wanted to have multiple records. If at all you have to do it multiple records, so that means you are going to have an array. So that means you have to put a square bracket and then end the square bracket, and in between you have to write your employee details. This is your first employee record. Put a comma and then copy paste the same thing and write the second employee details 2 and make it as Vijay, and then age 28, and then I am making it as associate engineer, associate software engineer, and I'm going to have one more record. This is 3 Ajay Vijay, and then I'll make it as Sanjay, and then I'll put the age as 38, and then I'll make it as manager. So these are my employee records, and for the last one you no need to have the comma. So now save this. So once you save this data, so what you have to do is you have to make use of this JSON, and then you have to make use of your endpoint. So you all know what is the endpoint, right? So endpoint means your URL which you are trying to retrieve from your Postman. So what we have to do is, first of all, you need to go to the respective folder wherever your file is there and give cmd, and then there you have to make use of your JSON server which is already installed, and copy this file name and go here JSON hyphen server, and then give space and then give your file name dot JSON. So once you provide this and hit enter, automatically your API will be up and running. See where it is running? It is running on this URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and in the Postman, so I'm going to go and click on plus button and give the URL, and here so your data is employee data, right? So you have to provide employee as your endpoint. If you see here in this 3 localhost 3000 is the server where it is running, and 012, that means how many records we have? We have 3 records. So 0 1 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the send button and see what is going to happen. So now if you see employee, so you have to make sure that the spelling is correct. EMPLO. So see, there is a error where 404 not found. But if I provide 0, it is trying to hit the first record. Okay, so I will fix this issue so that you will understand what is the mistake we have done. So if I give 1, it is retrieving my second record, and if I give 3, then I am going to get the message as 404 because I don't have the record, third record. So because we have only 3 records. So now if you see, we are going to have all our 3 records are available with this endpoint. But if I have to have with employee as my endpoint, so what I am to do, what is the mistake I have done? So you have to go to your JSON file, go back, open the JSON with Notepad, and if you see, we did not specify anywhere about the employee JSON. So what you have to do is, you have to tell the system saying that give a mustache bracket, and then within the double quotes employee, and then colon, and then at the end you are going to put a flower bracket, and then save this file, and again go to your file here. See here, your endpoint got changed. So now if I go here, and if I provide the same employee and then click on send button, automatically I'll be able to retrieve all my records which are there in the employee JSON. I hope you're all clear. So 200 OK message will come. So now what we have understood? We understood how to create our own JSON file and how we are going to retrieve the information using the get request. So let me open and show you some sample test cases. So the first one which we have already done, that is get request. So it will be on your, see, now I have to change the name. We have given only employee. So just make it as employee, and here also same employee. The next one is also same employee, and then the records. Okay, you have to make sure that the spellings and everything is correct, then only your records will come properly. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this test save as, and then I'll make it as a new collection employee, and then create it. Under that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it as, the request name is get employee. Okay, click on save. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I wanted to go and create the next test case. So create a valid employee using post. So if you wanted to create a new one, what you have to do, you have to use post request. So for that, what you have to do is, you have to click on new, and then you have to select post, and then you have to take the URL. So take the URL, and then, so whenever you are creating a request, right, so what you have to do, you have to provide the body. So go with the raw data, and here you have to provide the raw data. So take this raw data from the test data. See here, I have to provide my name and then age and then role, but you no need to provide the ID. So once you provide the necessary details and click on send button, automatically it will create the new record with the automatically generated ID. So if you see 201, it is created and ID also got generated. So let's go and take the outcome, and you will say that this is the response you have retrieved. So you will say that actual result, what is the actual result? So 201 it returned, and then the records are also created. So what I am going to do is, now I am going to save this as post request emp create. Click on save. So now if you have a doubt whether the request whatever I have created, whether those all the details. Now you see from the previous one we have only 3 records. So if I hit this again, how many records I'm going to get? So you will be getting the fourth record also here. See the 3 records which were there already, and this is the fourth record. So now what I'm going to show you is the next test case is put request. So put is used for what? So whenever you wanted to create something to update a particular data from that. So let's say I wanted to update from this particular record. Let's say I'm taking the same thing and I wanted to change this software engineer to some associate associate manager. So this is what I wanted to create. So what I'm going to do is I have to create another request. Go here and then click on put and then take the employee, and you have to provide the body, the raw data, whatever you have here. So copy that and then put it here. So now if you see alias JSON, if you look at the previous one, here it is software engineer, and now after we make this update, it has to be, the role has to be changed to associate manager. Now click on send request, then automatically, and remember one point, whenever you are sending this, you have to make sure that you have to provide the ID also. So what is this ID? So your ID is this. Copy and then put it here and then send the request. And see here, so 200 OK reply has come, because you have to make sure that if you give only till this part, it will go and check for the entire data. But we wanted to exclusively update the ID which is EFA6. So that is what you wanted to update. So now if you see, the message also has come 200 OK, and the role should be updated. How you will check the role is updated? You go back to your get employee and try to hit this again and see the last one is associate manager. Earlier it is software engineer, right? So that is also changed. And you have to update the test results also. Okay. So you have to make sure that 200 OK and role is updated. And for the first one also 200 OK, all the employee details displayed. So you have to make sure that whatever the testing you are doing, you have to ensure that you have captured the expected and actual results, and the response also if needed you have to capture. And finally you have a delete request. So let us say whatever we have created just now, we wanted to delete this only. Okay, let's take this as an example, and you put here, and this should be in double quotes. So now what I'm going to do is I will go here and then I'll create a new request and then delete. You're going to have this and then forward slash EFA6, and now click on here. You no need to pass anything in the data, and click on directly send button. See here 200 OK has come and the record should be deleted. So how do you ensure that the record is deleted? So you have to go back to the get employee again and try to hit this again, and you should not see the fourth record in this. Okay, now click on send button, and if you see, you have only 1, 2, 3 records. So this is how you are going to make sure that you are having all the requests. Okay, so delete employee, all the get, post, put and delete requests you should be able to check with your own APIs also. Okay, so this is how you will be verifying your APIs. When there is no APIs available, you can create your own APIs and make them up and running, and then you should be able to test them.